Welcome back, adventurers. Jamie, your Mythic Game Master here. Also your Mythic Dungeon Master here with a quick update. I got a new book in this week, so I was excited. I thought I would make an update video. This time out, I thought I'd show off a little bit of the Rise of the Drow swag that I got from the Rise of the Drow Kickstarter. The Kickstarter of the same name, obviously. There's the cover to the pawn set, you can see. What I opened the video with there was a shot of the alternate cover for the Rise of the Drow hardback, which of course I opted in for, but unfortunately, since I backed the Pathfinder version, I can only get the POD, print-on-demand version from Drive-Thru-RPG. But I thought I'd show a little bit of the swag. Here you can see the pawn set. Let me see if I can hold one up where you can see it. There's a sheet of pawns there. Very professional. Colors are very nice. The line artwork is crisp and detailed. Probably shouldn't show off too much because those are all spoilers, of course. But focus on a few of the NPCs, give you a little bit better idea of it all. So anyway, Rise of the Drow pawn set, very nice, which came direct from the Kickstarter. Do not get thrown off by the preview art versus the actual product of the pawns. The preview art had this strange square corner to it, and as you can see on the pawn sheet that I just showed you, the pawns have that rounded end. So I don't know why that happened, but for whatever reason the preview art and the cover artwork used the wrong shape on the pawns. And I also opted for 3 physical maps. Check that out. I would open them up and lay them out for you, but I would have to do that on the big table and stuff, and that's a big pain in the butt. But anyway, the idea was to have all 3 of these connected together on the table to represent like a huge Underdark battle. The very sound of that just is what sold me on getting all 3 of them. So here you can see the encounter set, Underworld Encounters, Pathfinder rule set. The cards are very nice. They're just standard card stock, very firm, has that nice coating on it, so if they get wet they won't be instantly ruined. Now mind you, if you soak them with something, yeah, it's going to have an effect, but a drop or 2 you can clean up. And again, this is using the Pathfinder rule set. So DCs will be listed for the Pathfinder rules. It's pretty cool. Just a different way to do encounters, you know, instead of just rolling on a table. And here you can see the dice set. They only offered 6-sided dice sets like this. Each set was marked with a different clan emblem. So I went with this one just because it's spiders, and to me, spiders says drow. Plus I like the color. Nice dark purple. It's kind of got that tiger eye quality to it, a little bit darker in some areas. And that one pops out pretty nicely there. Now you might be peeking at these dice over here. This is actually the old Paizo set for Second Darkness. That was Paizo's Drow campaign. Since Adventure Week Games did not offer a full dice set, which I would have bought, I had to go back to the old Paizo set to get a Drow themed set of dice. There you can see the D20 has another clan emblem on it. So pretty cool stuff. And the only other thing that I'm waiting for is my big hardback, which for the Pathfinder backers is still being developed. They had to change some things around after they got the initial proof back. like the art wasn't lined up right or something. There was some kind of problem. The cover was too dark. I know that was one of the problems. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I remember the cover was much too dark. Now here's one of the campaign books I'm using. This wasn't in the Rise of the Drow Kickstarter itself, but it is a bestiary for the Aventure setting that Rise of the Drow is nominally based in. Now our Rise of the Drow campaign bridges between Aventure and Galarian in order to make it a little bit richer tapestry. So we're kind of pulling from both of those settings, which is pretty neat. I updated my campaign notebook to have the alternate cover on it. You can see I still haven't filled in all the party information yet on that particular page. But that's the alternate cover, and I thought that matched nicely with the book that I got today, which brings us full circle. And again, this book had nothing to do with the Rise of the Drow Kickstarter. I'm waiting on my big book for that, again, as I stated earlier, but it does have everything to do with the setting, because this is the collection of the A series for AAW Games. You can see this is the Pathfinder rule set. It says on the side there, Pathfinder role-playing game compatible. The Adventure Omnibus A Series #1. So it covers all of the adventures that lead up to and include the first half of Rise of the Drow. So it's kind of an adventure path, multi-adventure path kind of thing. But what I found out when I started prepping to run Rise of the Drow was that they don't really have that's a pretty nasty looking picture right there. They don't really have a good campaign setting book for AAW Games. It was developed because they wrote Adventures a Week, obviously. So those adventures had to take place somewhere, so this place where these adventures were taking place became Aventure, and that's where we are now. So the setting was kind of built through the early adventures, and I actually had the chance to play one of the very first ones, Crow's Rest Island, which was pretty neat, but we never expanded further into it. So anyway, this will function as my companion campaign setting hardback book, which is very nice. It turned out quite well, even though it's only offered in the print-on-demand version, but this is the closest that you can get to actually get in an Aventure campaign setting. There you can see on the cover the proud, defiant Vic Mordir, tribal warrior. So, yeah, pretty cool, pretty fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Give this a like if you did, and we'll talk more gaming stuff or whatever next time. Bye.